1 week left. Let's go. We're coming upon the inaugurations. Okay, this is from the Republican Canadian girl. So, like, is Zuckerberg cool now, or is he kissing ass because Trump's about to clean the swamp? So, in case you all didn't know, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg is, or we used to call him Fuckerberg, but now Zuckerberg is going to do a lot of community notes, and he's going to stop banning people for stupid ass reasons. He's going to be what the police should be in the UK, but yeah, that's good news. I'm glad to hear that. Um, let's see what happens. I mean, we got to stop shitting on each other for no good reason. I've been posting a lot of wrestling pics. I like the wrestling women. The wrestling women take me back to the 90s, you know, when comic book babes were like the greatest thing. So it says, you are the media now. Citizen journalism is the future, or you can hear from actual experts in the field. So let's see what he says. Can we get sound? What is sound? What is sound? Do we have sound? We don't have sound.
And you get to hear the rebuttal. So if somebody says something that's wrong or requires more context, people can add that. X has got community notes, which is great. So take community notes, I think, is got a very good batting average. It's not perfect, but it's got a very good batting average. And I, many times I've gotten requests like, can we get rid of this community note? I'm like,
no,
we cannot.
No.
Not even a community note on myself. So with community notes, all the code is open source, all the data is open source, so you can recreate any given community note independently. And that transparency is how you know that it's true, and it's real, and it's honest. But citizens...
This is a cool picture right here. She looks like that one girl from Gen 13. I forgot what their name is. Oh God, this is some... I've been posting more girls, haven't I? Well, that's how it is. Okay, here we go. So if Zuck is serious, then let's see the equivalent of the Twitter files for Facebook. Show all the communication back and forth, not just hand-picked ones, between the government and Facebook regarding COVID vaccine censorship. That would be good. Yeah. So I don't know how much he's going to do. I would say maybe a sample. I mean, don't release the ones that have somebody incriminated, okay? Like if it's Fifth Amendment, breaking, then maybe not. But just to say, hey, look, you blocked this person, you blocked that person. Obviously not all of them, right? So I'm just, it's tough because there's some very, very personal stuff. But I still remember that timeline when January 6th, where the old Twitter administration was trying to shut down Trump, or did shut down Trump. Locked him out. Okay, so here's Elon responding to Trump in the world. And I used to get along, but I don't get along with him. Because Gavin Newsom's just he's a whole con job. But Gavin Newsom the other day signed a bill that you are not allowed to ask a person, even ask them whether or not they have a voter ID. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Newsom is doing like 10,000 things wrong. 10,000 things wrong. And you have to understand, like, how many illegal votes were in for 2022 to keep these people's jobs. Okay, do not vote for Antonio Villaraigosa, do not vote for Gavin Newsom or Karen Bass or any of these people. Don't vote them back. I could see London Breed trying to run for fucking governor. Okay, why would this is from Donald J. Trump's Truth Social. Why would Jack Smith be allowed to issue a report, quote unquote, on a complete and total witch hunt against me strictly for political purposes when he was thrown off? He was thrown off the case and ultimately dismissed by the DOJ. Therefore, put it nicely, he was illegitimately involved in this. Where was he? He was political persecution, and all the hundreds of millions of dollars spent by our hapless government were, simply put, wasted. He has already filled thousands of rejected statements and documents against me, which were a joke, and the public just voted for me in a landslide to be their president. So it's the whole convicted felon nonsense, the narrative. Okay, so this post is mine. Now, this is actually on YouTube. I said, I don't know where the C notes lie on this, but if we, the Latinos, are helping out victims of California homes, because, who's going to rebuild the damaged houses? More power to the real brown pride here. And also thank Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is working with the fire department. He's getting those cyber trucks out there to provide Wi-Fi, to provide communication for phones, computers, laptops. And so here, this is from ABC 7 News. So I'll show you what This is actually on YouTube. ABC News says the Latino community is stepping in and is stepping into action to help support victims of the deadly wildfires in Los Angeles County. So, a multitude of Latino owned businesses, organizations, and community leaders throughout LA are offering resources, collecting donations for distribution, and raising funds. So, we don't know exactly what all that leads to. And I don't know if community notes can read JPEGs. If they can, great. So, if anybody has more information about these fundraising, if it's honest, if it's dishonest, please tell me because more information is necessary. Just one of the daily benefits of living in a Democrat-run city, you can smell the tolerance. So, this morning on the E as well. This is from New York City. One of five sleeping in the same cart. Now, I don't know much about New York. I've been to New York only once in my life. Um, so when I went to when I used to take the train, I took the green. I think it was the Green Line, the Metro Green Line, which I don't take very often. But the Green Line had three homeless people in it, and they looked like shit. And eventually, I mean, like they smelled so bad. Like even the kids were like this smells. The homeless people smell. So the sheriffs get in there, and start taking them outside or taking them out. Um, it's just we have so many problems that anybody just gets on the trains. So Metro's got a lot of problems. I don't know what Metro ever does, but they don't do very much. And yeah, I don't know. It's a blue state problem. You just got to have more sheriffs on the platforms, more Metro officers on the platforms. But it's like you have to be combative. Are Metro officers prepared to kill? Probably not. So I just got taser guns. You have more of those volunteer Metro people with the green shirts and everything. All right. And this week, Nancy Mace says, this week our bill to deport illegal alien rapists, pedophiles, and murderers hits the House floor. How many Democrats do you think will vote against this bill? Put your best guess in the comments. I said 20. Ha! 20 is a good number. All right. Gavin Newsom, this is Rod Schneider. Rob Schneider says, so you got these containments, okay? Confidence in Newsom is 0% containment. I said, Rob, we need a community notes update on those containments. Because, how do we know? We just have, we take, there was, I don't know if we're going to get to this tweet or not, but no, I actually talked about it, didn't I? And that was when Gavin Newsom just said, hey, here's some information where you could send money. And it was to his fucking campaign. It wasn't to help relieve people. It wasn't to help people. What shit? I mean, he's just thinking about his fucking campaign more than helping the people of California. Not to be outdone, here's a nice picture. This is before and after. This is Tulsi loved flowers since her childhood, especially. There you go. So there is Tulsi there at age what? Age 8, age 9, and there she is. Is she gonna help us? Okay, so here's a couple of these back to back. Future Americans just giving a helping hand to our other Americans. Justin Trudeau. Okay. Nancy May says, just add convicted felon to the long list of names the left and MSM have given Donald Trump, along with calling him Hitler, dictator, misogynist, orange man, giant Cheeto. Giant Cheeto? What is that? I haven't heard of giant Cheeto before. That's a one. I wonder if they're going to make giant Cheetos. They might as well. I'm still looking for that KFC potato chips. And here is Justine Bateman. Well, one of the many tweets she's got on about the forces of California. She says, Justine says, Mayor of LA, do you think this is some Thanksgiving Day food kitchen feeding the homeless moment? You are stunningly bad at this job. Stunning. The Palisades in Altadena look like a bomb went off. People's homes were disintegrated. Thousands of dispatched citizens are. Let's take a look. Let's see. I can't wait to see if there's community notes for this one. Thousands of displaced citizens are scrambling to find places to live. Evacuation orders are being added every day. People in Los Angeles are terrified. There is something clinically wrong with you. Yeah, there is. The mayor posted this photo where she's all smiles at the Hearst Fire command post. Somebody must have said something because she later took it down, but the version history has the original photo. Now, I haven't seen any other community notes about that photo. Now, I said it might be an old photo. It might be this is an old photo of her at the fire. Because somebody said something. Now, is this blue sky? No. This is not. Let me see. Let me check to make sure this is. No, this is X. She would dare post on X, knowing that everybody's against her. Amazing, the ball she has. That's something. I said maybe it's an old photograph. Maybe that's why. It's like this is taken 2 years ago and shit. It's like how dare you? And it's weird because I watched the Towering Inferno last November. I think it's my fault. Okay, let's look at one more tweet. And let me tell you, like the greatest presidential funeral I could remember was Reagan's, especially with Nancy there at the casket. But this is just a sham, isn't it? It's a joke. It's a joke funeral because all they could talk about was everybody like bickering at each other and who was talking to who was looking at who. This is kind of shit. And that's probably so I'm not sure who tweeted this out. Tara Bull did that, and that's it. What was she gonna say? I have no idea. Everybody was gonna say something. There's Laura Bush, there's George W. Bush, there's yeah. So they're talking to each other, Obama and Trump. I guess I have no idea. Let's take a look at see if I got any good news, and let's see. Alien, two others follow me. I have to kind of be mindful of all the people that follow me. But so far, I have almost 300 people in just a short time since I've been posting more. 300 people, almost 300. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll see what happens. And that's it for now. So we'll see what happens. And one more week.